Ages ago, a great evil rose to threaten the fledgling kingdoms of men, until it was forced back down into the darkness by a group of legendary heroes. Now, centuries later, these mighty heroes sleep beneath the earth, entombed and forgotten, in the realm of the Cryptmaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Cryptmaster. When last we left off, we had encountered King Gorgo. Our objective is to engage in marriage. But first, I have another, more important task at hand. I must meet Gorgo at whatever. Oh, hold on.
Until we meet again, my dear.
Isn't that alive? Right. Welcome, Britt. How are you doing today? We'll remove Gab from our pool. But we'll keep the crab.
Hello.
I see. Well, you're doing well, all in all. But that it definitely feels.
Well then, let's play.
Definitely seems quite concerning to deal with. Hopefully, it's ultimately a whole lot of nothing, but nonetheless. That's good, at least. Okay, we have no use for the G. We can complete think, at least. Okay, nothing else. We can make use of I to clear out Nip and get an additional 2 damage in. No, we'll just get the bow in. We just clear out this queue. Not working toward things. Okay. Ah. Well, we're indeed playing a bit of combat travel in a sense. We need an L for flap. Nothing is the OP combination I had. Is definitely going to be painful on me. That's fine. No, it's best to just shuffle this away. It's an adaptive letter, at least. Don't really make use of it at the moment, but it's fine. No, hail. What? Yeah, that's why I lose.
Another victory for me? Ooh. I've lost count of how many games I'd won a couple millennia ago.
Well, that lost to you soon enough.
So, let us play.
Now, that's wise, elusive, and the Cryptmaster is definitely one of the most important cards to really build up. Only you get that, more dangerous everything becomes. In a very, very good way. Like so. Wonderful momentum once it actually hits. We can start working on the bow here. There's a new letter in the process.
Oh, goody.
Got it.
Oh, goody.
Ignoring that K would be possibly quite important if we survive this turn. We're one short, aren't we? We're only one short regardless. If I die here. I do indeed. Oh, that Gorgo guard of his really does so much going. Okay, let me back through and look at this. We do like loading the additional monster. Don't keep the deck nice and concise then. No, it wasn't sealed. Another round.
Let's play. Bah. Oh, goody.
First and foremost, we want to actually try to get crypt complete, if possible. Everything else is secondary. More just when things align, we'll make use of it. This isn't really making progress on our... Oh, there we have a P. Come up with that. Those apps are definitely going to be pivotal for these next ever important turns. Any appropriate letter here, give me a victory, and I do have one. I would like your card, please.
Oh, you won? Congratulations on your dumb luck.
Yeah, we're going to place flat with Gorgo very easily. This will give us ever important souls with which we actually continue our quest.
Hello again, my dearly departed friends. You're back. Oh, you brutes, how forward. No rambling chase for you, eh? Straight to the kill, you hounds. Lucky for you, I think the four of you would make a splendid bride. The duty's very light. My spawning days are long behind me, and being undead would be a bonus. You might even outlast me. Well, what do you say? Oh, marvelous. There are, of course, one or two formalities to observe first.
What sort of
To begin
formalities?
with, we need to be sure that we're compatible. So tell me, if you had to describe yourselves in one word, what would it be?
Not that murder is a valid word. Tenacious.
Really? No, I'm just not feeling that. Let's try again. What's the word that describes you best?
Dedicated.
No, you're going to have to try harder, I'm afraid. Let's try again. What's the word that describes you best?
I should go back and look at the poster.
Look, I'm not playing hard to get, but I do have standards.
Ooh, we can't actually.
Let's try again. What's the word that describes knows you best. Disarmingly honest, aren't you? Well, that's a good quality in itself. I think you'll do very nicely for brides. 4 of you is a bonus, of course. Say, what do you call it when you marry more than one person? Isn't there a word beginning with B?
I mean, Mormon does not begin with B, unfortunately.
Oh, is that right? I was thinking of something else. Never mind. Anyway, there remains one more test if you wish to win my hand in matrimony. It's a sort of tradition we have. You see, my creamy complexion isn't a mere boon of nature. It's the result of a very careful and deliberate moisturizing regime, the secret of which resides here in this very tub. Now, every one of my previous brides has added something to my moisturizing broth, an ingredient that enhances either the feel or the aroma. So that's your final test. There's a cauldron over there. Come back when you have something to contribute. I'll be waiting.
Okay, so is there an ingredient list or just?
I saw a cauldron just outside this room.
We just type in the word.
Now I know how to make 2 potions that could help us here. A drop of love juice would certainly win that old goat over. But then again, a little sleep juice might put him out just long enough to steal and sign the marriage certificate for ourselves. Whichever one you want to make, you'll need to fill in the letters with ingredients. There should be plenty of bugs and fish nearby.
Been very important for me to recall. Details of playing this game. Oh, which one is that? What I'm meant to do it? So what do we wish to take from here? Okay. North, east, west. And then south. Nice jump.
Ooh, scandalous.
Okay, we've collected quite a few things. We have an eye. Sick worm.
Okay, go and put that in his tub. Remember, when you've used a potion, it's gone. I shouldn't have to explain that to anyone, but I know what you cretins are like. I beg your pardon, Blast? What a strange thing to say.
Approach. I rarely buy. That feels a little fizzy. Yes, I feel positively rejuvenated. Whatever have you done, you rogues? I think you and I are going to get along famously. Now, with the power I have vested in myself, I hereby pronounce you to be my brides. I do, I do, I do, I do. Congratulations! You are now my royal consorts. You may, if you wish, use the title Queen and show this certificate to anyone who dares to challenge your primacy.
We can now again behold.
Hector and I had a few dealings over the centuries. There's no love lost there. Hector and I had a few dealings over the centuries. There's no love lost there.
The bone house is right. Deeply to go back to the altar. Before we get around to visiting the tower in full, let's return to the swamps for a little bit longer. I know we did not properly explore very much. I never went to the west swamps in the slightest, if I recall. Right, that was... very unfortunate letter to wrong. Okay, we've acquired information about Sin's prior blade. And what secrets do you have for me today, Skull?
Arise. Hold, traveler, and answer me. The more there is of this, the less you see. Yes. Why are you mumbling about some old banker?
Banter.
This fellow is a whining... Oh, very clever.
Very important to induce death by Salmon. So let's take... I think that'll give me a nice... That's a range attack. It is a shame that no one else saw that, isn't it? What puzzle do you have for me today?
Solve my riddle and free this poor unfortunate ghost. What starts with T is filled with T and ends in T. Yes.
Oh, poor little assassin.
We're making good progress on our abilities. Also, what's Feastal? Ah, okay, so Drew can heal himself. keep mind rattle and keep track of enemies' names. A lot of ours we can use with rattle and get some. Very, very useful damage. You want to be in sort of.
Arise.
It has lakes without water, houses without stones, hills with no height, and graves without bones. What is it?
Next to the water house without stone. Three letters. Welcome, Raiders. How are we all doing? How did your stream go, Sarah? And how did Hogwarts Legacy reach you? I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking, buddy. What about you? Welcome to Cryptmaster, a typing-oriented dungeon crawler filled with plenty of riddles such as this one. It has lakes without water, houses without stones, hills with no height, and graves without bones. Only 3 letters in it. And I admit, I might be stumped. I'm very glad to hear you're doing well. You want to ask? That might be
Yes.
brilliant work, Barney. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking, Sarah. What about you? Let's get that next week.
Hi there. How are you, fellas? I'm just getting my breath back. We just had a big fight against Loomis block. Yeah, it's a big one. It slid on through to the next room and left me here to take a breather. Anyway, I think I got winged by an arrow or something. We were all trying to fight it at once. I think there was a bit of friendly fire. I don't want to look at the wounds because I get queasy. Can you tell me how bad it is?
Yeah, it's a sword.
Is that a good thing? I'm gonna assume that's a good thing. I think I just need to rest here for a bit. I got a pain in my chest that might be a stitch. Reckon I overexerted myself.
Yes. A stitch. Definitely.
Anyway, if you fellas are thinking of tangling with that block, you'd better be prepared to switch up your tactics regularly. I think that's where we went wrong.
What else do you have? Oh. You have nothing that works here. Okay, let's take the L and the O. This is indeed my first playthrough. Oh. Oh. That got at least pulled on. I know it's at least on Steam, since it is built on a typing interface. I think it might have console ports, though? I think they have a console port because of the... They have a predictive text element that they utilize for that. But it's immensely fun, and one of the most unique games that I've played. So I'm okay with full health this time. Okay. Okay. Oh, the art here is absolutely fantastic. Oh,
What did you say, Tom?
oh. Okay, so Sin can avoid damage if need be, and that is quite the long game of Hangman.
Speak, spirit.
If you have me, you want to share me. If you share me, you haven't got me. What am I?
And you want to share me. Oh, 210. Ah, very well.
Yes.
Ah, then you would adore this game. It is full of word puzzles and centric riddles. Okay. Ooh. It is indeed. Master's net ability is verse. Oh, we get a letter. Okay. Welcome, Kenny. I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. What about you? How many letters get put into name here? Put an E here.
Maze? What a silly name. I'm not calling you that.
Okay. There we go. You dealt with nice and swiftly. Okay.
Sink? Are you really trying to reinvent yourself at this point in your career? I'm going to keep calling you by your old name.
It's definitely a very fun game to share with people. Because it's one of those things that's so unique that it's worth sharing, and also the number of different things they will test your knowledge on in one of those esoteric ways. Really will make things so very enjoyable when tackling the challenges together. Okay. Go back to... I want to see what's further in the slide base. So, we are playing as 4 heroes centuries after they had defeated an ancient evil. And now, after having been left to rot, nearly forgotten in their burial crypts, they have been revived by a mysterious necromancer known only as the Cryptmaster. And naturally, centuries of sitting idle has not done a whole lot of good for their recollection. Our first step is really trying to return to the surface properly. We've entered into an area called the Bone Houses, where we are trying to get our next step towards the surface by we need to go through the King of the Rats, the Piper. In order to do so, we needed to become proper royals. As such, we have just recently married the King of the Toads, Gogo. And that's roughly where we're at narratively. We need to return to the Rat Tower and speak with the Piper now that we have a certification. So we can now force him to witness with the word behold. And that's as far as we know, effectively, yes. We don't know... Oh.
Let's get moving.
There are hints to this door. There is not presently. Unless I'm curious. What?
Oh yes, I was just about to say that.
Okay. I thought we actually put in the password of tool. What lies further down? A lonely chest.
Looks comfy.
And now to introduce the item that we only get hints of through the Cryptmaster. And indeed, Kenny, I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. What about you? So, look at it.
Flat and floppy. Large and brownish.
So we're getting this again. That's a blanket. But we can also...
Very useful, I think. Probably not for us, because we're dead. But for creatures that get cold and tired.
So when opening a chest or a box or trunk, you get to play a nice little guessing game centered around getting 5 clues through predominantly use of senses. Looking at something, you can have him... You can have the Cryptmaster taste the object, for instance.
Fluffy. Not unpleasant, but not pleasant either.
Or you can have him smell it.
Smells a bit musty. I suppose it's been in there a long time.
And so you have a number of ways to try to get a hint on what it is through various senses or thoughts. In this particular instance, it's a blanket.
Yes, a lovely soft blanket. One of the simple pleasures denied to those of us who are dead.
Oh. And so throughout this game, the last one, every little objective you complete also provides you with letters for a bit of a hangman on your 4 characters' next objectives. Or either new ability, or a new bit of insight into their past. I can definitely see why, because both this inscription use a very strong sense of shadows and contrast. Both very effective. That Inscription 2 is such a fantastic game.
Come on, then.
When someone stole all my lamps in my room, I may have looked glum and full of gloom, but how do you think I felt?
Inscription is a little bit hard to describe. The best way of... It is somewhere between a deck-building roguelike and an escape room. There is an... Throughout playing Intermission, you start initially by mostly drafting cards and trying to get to the end. But periodically, at any point during the game, you can stand up from the table and look around the room. Try to find various bits of progression or just solving puzzles, some of which are solved by clues within the card game. It has many layers of secrets and puzzles. Intermission is a game that I can wholeheartedly recommend. Just flat out, it is a fantastic game that you will not find another experience quite like. It might very well be on Game Pass still. Indeed, there's a number of ways you can build your deck in Inscription that really provide such a flexible amount of strategy to the way the card game plays out. Someone saw the lumps in my room. I may have looked glum and full of gloom, but how do you think I fared? With 9 letters. When would you take all the lamps in a room? I do always love the way these riddles encourage you to think in less common ways. I don't believe so, because, you know, for one, it's only 9 letters, and I believe it's typically a single word. It has a total of 9 letters.
No.
I mean, the pressed failed. Pressed definitely fit it, but nothing that was coming to my mind fit the 9 letters presented. And so I can return to this at a later point. Okay. Why don't I give them at least an earnest try? We have done a fair bit of exploration here. Alright, let's go ahead and chat with Piper. I know full well things are about to go fairly awry in their own way, considering there's a lot of rats out here that are non-hostile presently. I imagine it's not going to be that way for much longer. Did you hear a bug? I did. Wonderful. I mean, it could very well be a pun. What do you think it is?
Ah, you old corpses again. What is it this time? Crikey, I guess you are royalty. Well, you better go in, Your Majesties.
I have a feeling that might actually be correct. We'll get back to it in a moment.
Listen, when you see the Piper, or whoever else is in there, make sure you say up, so they know what we want. It's a very short word. I'm sure even you can manage that. No, it's not working. We need somebody to start it up for us.
Hello, I'm Prince Stephen. You smell nice. Do you want to play cards? Or have you come to see my papa? Hooray!
Oh, we'll play with you for a moment.
Hooray!
So welcome to whatever. A deck-building combat Scrabble affair. Let's load those L's. It told us to convert things into wired letters. I load up a new card. We're missing the Tolo. That's fair.
Okay.
I suppose we want the G. There's nothing else we can get the L's loaded into Tolo.
Hooray! Okay.
Wouldn't be laughing quite yet, Stephen. We'll deal with the full force of Gogo. Let's get bow fully loaded. I'm waiting on another O. We can at least clear out our nippy little crab. Biscuits is a victory. The black letters are wild letters that will change each round. The white letters are static and will stay that way until they are used. That still seems ultimately worth it. Okay, so, as far as the elevator.
Hello, cards? To the city? I'd like to go to the city. My papa is writing a song for the lady upstairs, and he won't spend time with me. Tell him you're going up, and he might finish it so you can take it with you. Then I'll unlock the elevator for you. Yippee.
Well, that... I don't know where that exact little tidbit was. It was at the other end of the slime pit, also in the direction of the palace. Unfortunate that you were in my way. Ah, okay. Tip is very useful. We don't want to finish fishing pools, did we? So many things that I've not gotten around to doing yet. But firstly, I just remember. I will take That's an L, I think. Didn't quite get to kill us in non-rotation. But here we are.
Sunstorm. Harness. Subdue.
Oh, so it's a very important one to have.
Speak up, Phantom.
When someone stole all my lamps in my room, I may have looked glum and full of gloom, but how do you think I felt?
You can look letters from monsters or from getting a chest or riddle correct. From a chest or riddle, you get every letter from the correct answer. From defeating enemies, you can collect 2 adjacent letters from their name. Moment of truth.
Yes.
Congratulations, Bunny. It's heart-eating time.
You're odd. I don't like it. I'll stick with the old one.
Huh. What the shot? We have all but 1 letter for Maz's next one. Good guess. Something a little bit more.
Exile.
Wild to actually remember the word exile for a moment there. Alright, back up to the Piper. I was going through the entire alphabet in my head in order. What definitely was not helping when the answer is exile at the end.
Listen, when you see the Piper, or whoever else is in there, make sure you say up, so they know what we want. It's a very short word. I'm sure even you can manage that.
And we can challenge you to whatever as well.
Aha! Fellow royals, come to visit. Welcome, welcome. I see you've already met my son, Stephen. He and I are the only humans down here, you know. I'm actually thinking of sending him up to be educated in the city. But where are my manners? You must be exhausted from your long journey. You do look a little Wait, are you dead?
Why would you think that?
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that. I've nothing against corpses, but they do tend to stink the place up a little. Now, what can I do for you? Jolly good. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, does you feel lucky? Well, does you?
Alright, let's give this a go. Yeah, I'll take that damage after all of the momentum we're getting here. I think this aggression with G will be very good for us in the long term.
Hey!
Okay, so we have an L we can work with. We focus on follow if we so desire. I want to make focus on the Cryptmaster as well. There's an additional letter at least.
How dare you! You won? I didn't even prepare a rhyme for that.
Well, that's unfortunate for you now, isn't it? But Sweden isn't all. Okay. Replace Polo with Piper.
Royal guests! What can I do for you?
We'd like to go up.
Oh, you want to go up there? To the city? I really can't think why. It's much better down here, you know. No priests, no paladins, no stupid prohibition on magical instruments. Ooh, actually, you might be able to do me a small favor on your way up. You see, just above my realm is the sunken sea. An oversized underground pond, really. Ruled over by a decrepit old countess. Perhaps, if you're passing through that way, you could deliver her a little gift from me?
Sure, why not?
Splendid! I've been composing a few verses in her honor, or perhaps I should say in her dishonor. If I could just get them finished and recorded on wax, I could send them up with you. I'm stuck on the last few words, however. I'll be candid. I'm more of a musician than a lyricist. What I really need is the assistance of a trained bard. You don't happen to have a bard amongst you, do you?
We do, in fact.
Ha! I knew it! Fellow with the whiskers, am I right? Talent sees talent, you know. Okay, let me show you what I've got. And then you can jump in and help me when I get stuck. Ready, everyone?
Oh, Lord.
King Vitus is the name, I'm the first of my line, and I'ma burn your ears like turpentine. So prithee now, madam, come listen to my song. What's a good one-syllable word that rhymes with song?
Good one-syllable word that rhymes with song. You're wrong.
It might be savage, but it won't be wrong. Yes, I like that. Shall we move on? All right, here we go. My loot's more ruthless than a ballista. Let me hit you with my steel-tipped rhyme now, sister. You've got to give me credit, I'm so versatile. What's a good rhyme for that? A short word that rhymes with isle.
Well, there are quite a few options. There's wire. We can go with style, of course. Vile. Bile. Bile seems to fit best at the moment.
We could have been friends, but you've got no style. Are we okay to move to the next verse?
No,
Great.
I'm same with that.
Let's move on. I've heard it said you're an aristocrat. Get a grip, missus. I know better than that. You can't marry a count and act like you're grand. Oh, what rhymes with grand?
Single word that rhymes with grand. And we can go... Like bland works best with the structure currently being presented.
You think you're hot, but you're really just bland. Does that seem like the best rhyme we can get?
I don't seem to get with it.
All right, one more time, everybody. Oh, what rhymes with grand? Let's see what land gets us. You only married him for agricultural land. I honestly have no idea if that's true or not. Agricultural. It's a nice word, though. Do you think that will work?
No, let's go with it.
Right. Next verse. Let's conclude this feud. Let's finish this dance. I'm sure you will agree that you never had a chance. So please accept this as my final word. Okay, almost there. Oh, what's a killer rhyme for word?
My immediate thought goes to herd. There was definitely a nice juvenile direction here. Let's see where herd gets us.
Sulk over what you heard. Well, shall we stick with that one?
I really wonder how much dialogue was recorded for this game, just for how open some of these concepts are.
Well, let me send you away with a little something. I don't fool with ghouls, I don't cater to the haters, but I like your pluck, so I'ma see you laters! Bye for now.
I cringed so hard there that my eyeballs did a full spin. Everybody out.
Oh, this is definitely the sort of game that has wonderful variation on a player-to-player basis.
Well, he was an odd fish, wasn't he? I didn't think much of his minstrelsy. Is that what they're listening to these days? It's just noise. Did you like it?
How'd you go for a middly answer of he's got spirit but not structure?
Maybe it's a generational thing. We remember what real music was like, eh, Baz? Now, I've never been higher than this in all my remembered existence, so we'll have to be cautious from here on. I have no idea where this climb is going to come out. Oh, what a big cavern.
Yes, the crab is not presently hostile.
This is dull. Stop. Okay, now I'm bored. Let's play a game to pass the time. This was a favorite of mine for many centuries. I spot something and you guess what it is. Ready? I spy with my all-seeing eye something beginning with C.
Here's the crab.
Curses. Maybe that one was too easy. I'll try another. I behold, as was foretold, something commencing with S.
What begins? As we see a lot of rocks. Is it?
Sure. Why did you say that?
I see crystals.
Why did you say C? I don't understand.
Crystals, I see crab. What are things beginning with C, frankly? The dog will appear. Ah, that was a good one.
Yes, you're not bad at this.
Well done, X.
Now for an even harder one. I see with unholy glee something beginning with R. What could it be? Rock. My supple paper smothers your idiotic rock.
Okay. What is not the rock? I see water. It's crystallizing rocks. The crab. The dock. Plants. What do we see that starts with the letter R? That isn't a rock. Archibald, they all had to go to the rock.
I say, you're getting good. But let's try one final round. I observe, with my customary verve, something beginning with B.
The beach? I suppose not.
Yes, a bottle.
I wasn't there before, I don't think.
Actually, this is a rather interesting bottle. There seems to be a note inside. Pantry. That's interesting. Why don't you say it out loud, and then I can transport us there?
Alright, welcome to Pantry.
Hello. Welcome to the town of Pantry Below Ground. We are a happy community of simple fishing folk who thrive here on the shores of the sunken sea, thanks to the noble Countess Solara, who maintains the town for the supply of food it provides. Tell me, are you looking for anything in particular? Oh, then you might be disappointed. I'm afraid
You're
I
the one
don't
who
know much of anything.
name drop. No?
Anyway, I'm digressing. I had a vision that 4 slightly pungent strangers would come ashore today, seeking their fortune. Once you've settled in, come and see me for a reading. Until then, good luck and have fun.
As we'll just say Countess.
What in the name of exposition was that? Welcome to Pantry, my fleshless friends. You'll find we're a happy town. Her ladyship looks after us well, and all she asks in return is a little snack now and then. Anyhow, I suppose you've heard about my closing down sale. Here to make a purchase? Ah, by mistake. Some people do hate a bargain.
I don't have enough to cover that at the moment. Maybe later on. But at the same time, I won't theoretically challenge you.
I suppose I could use a little break from shepherding you bumpkins around.
I can get some stones from you.
Delightful.
Look at that scene nicely loaded. Okay, we do have a wine lingering here. Be dangerous with Gorgo. What works best here? Honestly, reshuffling the hand.
Done. I didn't lose. I just didn't feel like winning.
We'll come back here later. We'll try to get some things from things from the caves, perhaps. Okay. What lies within the crate?
I don't much like the look of this. It doesn't look like something I could use.
Look at it.
It's a long, flat bit of polished wood. Someone has cut into it lots and lots of times, all down one side.
Okay. That bit of polished wood with numerous cuts down the side.
I think it would have been useful to me once, but alas, no longer.
Okay.
Oh, the memory is almost painful.
It's a
I
cone.
once prided myself on my appearance, you know, and these things were... I used to use one, I'm sure. Ah, yes, a comb. If only I still had use for one of these.
Well, I hope I'll get a little bit more than just a single letter from that.
You're skulking again. Stop it.
No worries. Sleep well and do take care.
You fools. There was a sign about that.
Snakes in the tall grass?
Hubble-bub.
let's see. E and C. Welcome, Marsh. How are you doing tonight? Use an with excess with C's in the name. Ah, Bonut. I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. That fills our potions.
Lovely evening, isn't it?
Alright, let's see what's in the crate today. 6 letters.
Going round and round, poor old thing. It's armored like a little knight, scuttling to and fro down there.
Beaten.
When I was not just alive, but newly alive, I remember keeping one of these in a box. I used to feed it leaves. Oh yes, a beetle.
These are some impressively priced items. Maybe later on. Ultimate Peace 1 Demo Disc was a wonderful time. Always very charming tool. Always enjoyable to go back to it. We get 3 letters this time. None of which I helped Wesley. It was fantastic to go back and experience the original demo state of Dread Delusion again. What lies within this chest?
Ah, something nice and solid for a change. A big, black, hollow thing. It has a loop at the top and a bit sticking out.
Black hollow thing.
I associate these things with fire.
Big black hollow thing.
Very useful, I think. For the living, anyway.
Look at the top.
I think we've done that. A big, black, hollow thing. It has a
sticking
loop
out.
at the top and a bit sticking out.
Ah, fair.
What are
Oh.
you talking about?
That needs thoughts teapot. Okay. Big black hollow thing. Look at the top.
No, it's too tough for that. Or I'm too weak. Whatever the case, it's not happening. All right, that's enough fooling around. What's it called?
Look at the... Look at the top. Feet sticking out. Yeah, Cauldron's too many, unfortunately. Cauldron was my first thought as well. It would make sense. Sturdy. Despite being hollow.
Yes, a kettle. Well done.
Excellent work. We did manage to get all portions of it complete without. Also another page.
The crimes of which she was accused include tax evasion, gambling, slander, devil worship, and unlicensed murder. Before she could be held to account for these things, she vanished, along with her entire tower and several hapless bystanders.
Speak now, spirit.
3 letters.
As I was going to the bone houses, I met a group of ogres coming the other way. Each ogre was carrying 7 gnomes, and each gnome had 15 imps in a sack. How many creatures were going to the bone houses?
Only one.
Yes.
Training. Sunlight.
Nixa? It's your name, I suppose. I'm going to keep calling you by the old one, though.
Welcome, darling. How are you doing tonight? How was stream? Things with snap. Oh, serenade. Well, things went smoothly. I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. And there's a murder. nothing further in here at the moment? I suppose not. Currently making some progress, extending our characters' names. Slowly but surely, solving puzzles. We get a bit of murder going on. Like, also technically there are crabs the crabs.
Rise up and talk.
If you hurl me from a window, you'll leave a mournful wife. But put me in the middle of a door, and you could save a life. What am I?
It is funnier and more effective. Crabs have a random chance to deal up to 2 damage, some can deal up to 3. This is a good one. We would put together, but it's N. Remove N from window, you get widow. Add N to door, you get donor.
Yes!
Okay. Use subdue. Oh. What? I suppose we've seen a mimic. We have no clues for what might be next for you. We know that Scene's next one is an attack, and Joro's next one is law. Based on established patterns, at least. Which thus far have been consistent. Okay. Which C's and R's we need to keep an eye out for. Unfortunate that Finn fell here. Oh. Right. Salmon time, and it seems they missed. Oh no, some of it hit. Okay. Just showing it initially. Let's head back to the main town. Revisit the altar. Or I should say, just visit the altar. Of course. By visit the altar, the important part is...
Now, listen to me, please. You are many centuries old, and I rather think it's time you started acting like it. You can't just clutter around smashing people's altars because you feel like it. What if everybody did that? You know, these altars weren't just built for fun. I am the one beacon of light and hope in these rowdy underlands. It is my duty to supervise you disgusting bottom dwellers on behalf of Shalia, and I take my duty very seriously. Do you understand me?
Disgusting bottom dwellers?
Well.
Why don't you show her how well you understand? A good idea. Smash, smash, smash.
No! Why'd you have to do this, you stupid,
Lovely.
Oh no, whatever will I do? With this desecrated altar. Let's see if there's another item to complete within the tower to gain an audience.
A curious little thing.
Curious. Look at it.
It's a little fluffy stick. This one is white, but I believe they come in other colors too.
Fluffy stick, okay.
I don't think you can use it. Maybe if you filled a sack with lots of them, that might be useful for something. It makes me think of the surface. Long ago, animals that wore these. And when you looked up, it was all blue.
Not over to looking at it.
We've tried that sort of.
Oh, no, we can skip it.
We've tried that sort of.
Looking back over the things you've done does not cost an additional claw.
It's a little fluffy stick. This one is white, but I believe they come in other colors too.
What animals on the survey?
Soft and tickly.
It sounds like some sort of tail. I can't determine. what the additional 3 letters would be if out with a K. If we didn't have it as some sort of tail, what kind of tail would it be as one word?
It's too pretty to destroy. It would be very easy if I wanted to, though. Okay, no more dilly-dallying. What's its name?
So, if we focus on, so it's some sort of fluffy stick. I didn't mention it being fluffy, though. I don't think balloons are particularly fluffy. I can't see the logic. By animals on the surface. Wait, hold on. Feather.
A feather. Yes, that's what it is.
I suppose he fixated on the tail aspect.
Rise from your grave.
I once knew a man called Silas. If the son of Silas was my son's father, what was Silas to me?
No, that's one too many letters. Is it cousin?
No.
No.
Let's have it.
I once knew a man called Silas. If the son of Silas was my son's father, what was Silas to me?
to be threatened? No, this... Hmm. Hmm. I'm kind of visualizing this without having it written down somewhere. You know, because this feels like a trick question. So I was just thinking, Father, but also trying to visualize it was not going well in my head.
Yes!
Yeah, every relation mentioned in the riddle is masculine, which does reaffirm that. As for the view...
Well, what do we have here?
Okay. Look at it. What is it?
It's a long piece of wood with a slightly curved plate of metal at one end.
Very curved piece of metal. Alright. What is its use?
I think it is useful, yes. I feel like driving it downward somehow. Curious.
Think about it.
I don't believe I ever picked up one of these. I always considered myself to be rather above that sort of thing.
I feel like it's a scythe or sickle. This is the both 6 letters.
Sickle? No, that's not right.
Hmm.
No. Scythe?
Oh no, this might... Hold on.
Right.
Is it driving down,
I'm
not
getting
sideways?
tired of this. What's it called?
So, the riddle that we have thus far is that it is a... It is a piece of wood with a curved piece of metal at the end that is to be driven downwards. And Cryptmaster believes himself above that sort of thing with 6 letters. I ended up overlooking the downward part when realizing that description worked well for both. Is pickaxe? I feel like pickaxe is typically 7 letters. I'm also not certain that a pickaxe is typically considered curved. So it is some sort of tool. something akin to a hoe or rake, I believe. Or it's a shovel, isn't it? I have overcomplicated a shovel, have I not? Let's find out.
A shovel. You're quite right. Wolves.
I cannot believe that I overcomplicated a shovel.
What does that mean?
No, skewers.
Rise, spirit, and speak with us.
Okay, it's a longer word.
I am 4 times the age that you were when I was the same age as you. If I am 40 years old today, then tell me, how old are you?
What time's the age that you were when I was the same age as you? The part that should me up here is the verbiage of that you were when we were the same age. Is the well, that you were when I was the same age as you, which throws off a lot of the calculations here. So we have a total of 10 letters.
Yes.
Well done.
Arise.
Okay. We'll do it this time.
4 fishing rats catch 4 fish in 4 minutes. But answer me this. How many fishing rats will it take to catch 100 fish in 100 minutes?
Oh.
Yes.
At least sometimes things are simple. Cast a bit of misdirection.
Who are you? Are you new? Are you the new help? Oh, look at the state of you. Well, the other cooks will scrub you up and show you the ropes, I'm sure. Off you toddle, then.
Oh, she thinks you're servants.
Wait, I really do recognize you now. You come from the very deepest tombs, yes? The Founders' Tombs? You're the heroes who saved the city once before, right in the earliest days. We made the same sacrifice, you and I. I can't talk here. The Countess hears everything. Come and talk to me again when you get a little closer to the surface. In the meantime, I guess it's no use asking you not to mess with this altar, is it?
That is correct.
Interesting. A good idea. Smash, smash, smash.
Oh, for Shalia's sake, that is just typical. I can't believe they keep doing this. Why do they even bother?
Arise and speak.
What sort of room is a room with no doors or windows?
A room with no doors or window. 8 letters. Possibly with a room at the end. Do tell, my love. Trust me, this is not the first time that one of these has been a pun.
Yes!
Of course, it's mushroom. Earlier on, there was a riddle of when you took all the lamps in my room, I may have looked glum and gloom, but how do you think I felt? And the answer was delighted.
Wakey, wakey.
I'm needed by the rich and owned by the poor. You'll die if you eat me, that's for sure. What am I?
Needed by the rich and owned by the poor. Let me just sit down with a book of riddles at some point. Needed by the rich, owned by the poor. Only 7 letters. What things... I'm drawing a blank on this one. The gears have been turning, but they're not turning in the right way today, it seems. Ah, you're right.
Yes.
Well done, darling.
Are you four tangled up in each other somehow? Why are you walking around in a knot like that? Have you seen the housekeeper yet? She needs to give you some decent clothes and... Oh, I don't know. Show you the fire exits? Whatever it is that servants need to know.
They're not welcome.
There we go. Another bug over here. Very important. Collect.
Uninvited.
What do you mean? What serenade? Right, jam. That's your discount one. There is another enemy around here.
Agnes. Sneer.
Oh no, that is a... Those are very long terminologies. I was thinking of sneeze as well, but need an additional letter afterward.
Wakey.
Solve my riddle and end my plight. What has many teeth but cannot bite?
My immediate thought is a saw, but... that's one letter off. What has many teeth but cannot bite? Can't be a saw, presumably. Hmm. I am very bad at these riddles tonight. Something with a row of sharp edges. But the answer is eluding my thought.
No.
Oh. You're right, it is a comb.
Yes.
Only means so quiet as the Einstein. What things do you have, Rex? No worries. Take care and do sleep well. Okay.
You four again? Why aren't you in uniform? You seem to get on with plagues of the dead these days. June sweepings. I've half a mind to have you dismissed.
You're not welcome.
Okay, let's take...
Uninvited.
I'm sure I came out first. Right, let's see what lies behind this door. Another head butler.
You're not welcome. Serenade. You're not welcome. Serenade.
we seen a pea in some time? Ah. What? So that's...
Asphyxiate.
We can go blocks with this.
You're not welcome.
Famous with him a bit. No worries. Sleep well. It was a pleasure to meet you as well. Sleep well. I'm very glad to introduce you to the world of Cryptmaster. That's a corpse. Corpse of our creation, even.
Ah, I'm beginning to suspect you aren't new servants at all. You are, in fact, interlopers. I wonder if you're creative enough to imagine what I do to interlopers. I strongly suggest you leave my tower immediately to avoid finding out.
As the city grew, it built over itself time and again, pressing down the poorer areas at its base under the weight of the new growth, forcing history into the darkness and looking always to the light above.
Humiliation. You're not welcome.
Let's take FRI. Is the scribbler new? It might be new.
Well, you are unusually capable for a group of clearly departed adventurers. If you manage to ascend to my boudoir, I may even grant you an audience. I'll probably destroy you afterwards, of course.
You're welcome to try. Oh, that was quite a mistake on my part. Anything else of note in this particular room? That's the altar then. Come here immediately. Let's quickly visit the cellar. Let's see what lies within this chest. 6 letters.
Oh, this is interesting. I like the look of this already.
So, we'll look at it.
It's smooth and flat, with a picture of a very handsome fellow upon it. I have a feeling that I'm already using it, just by looking into it. Oh, I think this is what they called a guitar. Yes, a mirror, that's what it's called. Okay. I beg to differ.
So is the cellar mostly a way to acquire chest? Yes.
Magnus! Magnus!
It might be gold. No?
Did I hear you correctly? Haunt?
Requiem is one of these, though. Okay. Okay, no one else is in here, so we've caught up to where we've cleared out enemies, it seems. Let's resume our ascent of the tower. So, we made it past the slime. Let's just focusing on this room and this chest.
Oh, look. What have we here? A long stick in 2 joined pieces, sealed with a curious material at either end.
Long stick in 2 joined pieces.
I feel I need to be in a larger area to use this effectively. I'm sure I did own one of these. And looking at it, do you know what else I remember? Stars.
Telescope?
Do you remember those little lights in the sky?
Look, it's a telescope. Hmm. Something akin to it, at least.
A spyglass. Yes, that's it.
I would think of synonyms sometimes. Does not make things simple in the slightest.
Aldo then called upon the power of the goddess Shalia to lay a great seal over the city's foundations. The Underland would belong in perpetuity to the dead, but the realms of light and life would be untroubled by them.
Hello.
Come on, let's just look at your things first.
Oh, now this is fancy. A whitish square about the size of a book. It's very holy.
What's about the size of a book?
I'm not sure it has much use, aside from looking nice. I think once I was rather fond of the finer things. This, it seems to me, was one of the finer things. A soft cloth, embossed somehow. You want me to do it again? A whitish square, about the size of a book. It's very holy.
So something fancy that doesn't really have much of a practical use. It is a whitish square about the size of a book. 4 letters. Cloth. What would it be? It makes me think in the vein of a handkerchief. But the word is escaping me. Taste it.
It doesn't taste unusual.
Well,
Right. I am getting tired of this. What's it called?
paper, cloth. Handkerchief. I don't know if you looked into the word of what a fancy handkerchief would be called. let alone a more brief term.
Oh well, I doubt it was important.
It's worth giving it a shot. Worth giving it a shot, frankly. Three-letter word here.
A little pointed ball, perfectly smooth.
Only smooth pointed ball.
I don't know how to use it. I feel I should break it. As a boy, oh, so long ago, I used to climb trees to get at these.
Some sort of a seed.
Smooth to the eye, but very slightly rough beneath the fingertips.
Grows on trees. I mean, thought acorn is too long though. Lightly rough to the touch.
An egg.
Insect egg. Right. Oh, I need to be paying attention to those so I translate them.
Arise.
Answer this riddle and free my poor soul. What can you never eat for breakfast?
What can you never eat?
No.
Well, with a shot. Never eat for breakfast. Let's go mind.
I have to say,
In
in a
the
century
incoming
that has been
days.
remarkably miserly with surprises, it's nice to receive even a small one. I really can't remember the last time I had visitors that I hadn't specifically summoned to dine with me. Do just shuffle back off the rug a little, though, will you? You seem to be crumbling slightly? Or dripping? I don't really care. I just don't want you on the furnishings. Tell me, have you been dead long? I inferred as much from your condition and your unmistakable odor. Also, your clothes. which are so many seasons out of fashion that they are in danger of coming back into style. Now then, it is unfortunate that you can't stay for luncheon, but I am rather in the mood for a little light conversation. What should we discuss? Splendid. I'll have the servants lay out a little snack or two while we play.
Okay, so let's get a little attempt going. Those and the G's are the two most important ones for us to get. We'll take the additional damage.
Now then, it is unfortunate.
That zealot was
But
rough.
of course. I warn you, though. I've centuries of experience.
Oh, didn't want to do that. That's going to hurt. This entire attempt, really. Except double G helps me offset some of it. I'm never expecting this particular attempt to go in my favor.
Oh.
Make use of this G while it's here.
A touch on sporting. Oh.
There we are.
Yes, you won, my dears. Don't be apes about it.
Okay, it's not quite a different strategy built around. Okay. I rather like that idea. But I know some more we need to actually do.
It is charming to receive once again the attentions of my 4 favorite corpses. I don't usually consort with the ancient dead, but there is something about the 4 of you. I have a feeling that in your time you were rather well connected. You're going up? How delightfully perverse of you. The commerce here does not usually flow in that direction. Actually, I could help you with that, only I might require a small favor of you first. What do you say? How kind. Now, you might have noticed my rather extensive library on your way up here. The books there have been collected carefully over many centuries. They are treasures beyond worth, and the most precious of them are the sacred tomes of the gods who once inhabited this region. But there are 4 books that elude me still. 4 lost gods eking out a miserable existence in their island temples. I don't know why they prefer that to a comfortable spot on my shelves, but I suppose they have their pride. I've unlocked the library for you, so take a look at the scrolls I've laid out near the other gods. Each one contains a clue to the name of a god's island. When you know the name, I understand you have a way of traveling there? You'll also need to figure out what power the god still has before you can subdue it. But I'm sure that will pose you no problem. Bring all 4 books to me, and I will grant you what you desire.
Very well.
Farewell for now.
So, to utilize a save point and bring our night to a close. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Cryptmaster. But in the meantime, allow me to see where we shall go tonight. Alright, I shall leave on the capable hands of generic British gamer, who's currently playing Rayman 2. Please do give him as much of your affection as you can. We will return on Monday with Yu-Gi-Oh! The Early Days collection. But until then, please do all that you can to enjoy the remainder of your evening. And as always, take care and good night.